Well, I know it's been a while since we've done this game, mostly because I was trying to finish up Fate's Stay Night, but if I recall correctly, we left off on Chapter 2, so I guess we're going to continue from there. Ellipsis says nobody in particular. Odding. Good morning. Good morning, I guess he's trying to say. Good morning. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's Monokuma. Good morning! Grah! You never let me down. That was a perfect reaction. What the hell? Why are you here? I'm trying something new. Instead of using the PA system, I came to wake you up myself. But why? 'Cause it's fun. And since I'm here, there's something I want to tell you. Which would be, aren't you a bit too relaxed? I mean, word around the water cooler is something's happened to one of your buddy classmates. Huh? What's the matter? You look like someone tried to chop your head off with a dull axe and gave up halfway. Something happened? What do you mean something happened? Figuring that out is your responsibility. Good luck. Something happened to someone. Does he mean... No, that's not possible. There's absolutely no way. But what if... No, speculating isn't going to get me anywhere. The best thing to do right now is to get my butt to the cafeteria. Like always. Cafeteria or the canteen. Who died? Tell me. There you are, Naegi. You alright, dude? I know I'm not. I'm high as hell. Did you come here because of what Monokuma said? Hagakure, Asahina, Ogami, and... douchebag. Togami. Just you four? Where are the others? Either way, they've gone to verify what Monokuma said. Or they got caught up in the something he mentioned. Something? Perhaps another murder has taken place. That was the first thing that came to mind listening to Monokuma talk, the worst case scenario. And being the absolute worst possibility, I eliminated it right away. If so, is it 'cause of yesterday? No way, over his stupid memory? Stupid? I wouldn't be so sure about that. There must have been someone who thought otherwise. What? Do you have any idea how dangerous it is to assume everyone views the world through your eyes? You could have said something about that yesterday. Do you have the memory of a goldfish? This is the king of the castle. Not everyone shares the castle. I gain nothing from going out of my way to throw you a lifesaver. Are you still going on about that crap? Something's not right upstairs, dude. True as truth. I think he might be brainwashed or something. Rather than squabbling, we should be trying to figure out what happened, or what it is Monokuma said happened. I concur. We'll split up and search the building. Let's get going. Wow. Togami's enjoying himself, I see. I guess we're gonna search the, God damn it. I guess we're gonna search the second floor. Seems that's the only thing the most likely place this murder would have taken place. Supposed murder. Somebody died, but who could it be? Well, there are quite a few people that were unaccounted for in the cafeteria, so... I think I have some ideas. I'm not gonna fucking act like I don't know where I'm going, guys. Let's see. I think it's... If I remember correctly, the murder took place... I'm just trying to find where it is. Okay, here we go. Pool. This is not a blind run, but when I get to Danganronpa 2, that will be blind, so that's going to be very interesting. Well, we can't go into the women's locker room. Changing room, whatever. Well, changing room, yeah. Let's try the men's. Huh? The door's unlocked. I thought you had to use your Electro ID to open these. Uh-oh. An announcement! This is your resident demented teddy bear. For investigative purposes, the doors have been unlocked. Please explore to your heart's content. Investigative purposes? I expected as much. Where the hell did you come from? Togami! From the way Monokuma was talking, there's no doubt about another murder has taken place. No! That changing room over there is suspicious. Very suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It doesn't look like anyone's checked the changing rooms yet. Let's look around the women's room first. Togami was muttering, almost like he was talking to himself. And without waiting for me to respond, he placed his hand on the door to the women's changing room. But Togami, you're not supposed to go in there. The door slid open without a sound. Aw, you pervert! How could you? And time stopped dead in its tracks. Oh shit, somebody got crucified! It's Chihiro! Huh? It took several moments for my mind to process the scene it was witnessing and accept it as reality. And as soon as it finished processing... Oh man. I don't have to voice act that. A scream came hurtling from my mouth, entirely of its own will. I tried to hold back, as hard as I possibly could, but it was a futile effort. Screams burst forth from somewhere deep inside me like a perpetually erupting geyser. His reaction, however, was almost the polar opposite of mine. Well, what can you do? This is curious, wouldn't you agree? That's putting it rather lightly, Byakuya. Togami was calm, composed, as if talking about something he saw on TV. How could you say that? Look at her. Fujisaki's been crucified. And the bloody writing on the wall. Bloodbath fever? What an excessively cruel way to kill someone. Wouldn't you agree? She's dead. How could it be anything but cruel? That's not what I'm talking about. The murder is far too brutally demented to have been committed by an amateur. This isn't like when Sayaka Mizuno was murdered, in a fit of desperation and self-preservation. It's almost like the killer derived pleasure from killing her, wouldn't you agree? Huh? My confused, rattled mind was unable to comprehend what he was trying to say right away. Nor was it given the time to attempt it. Hey, what's with all the scream? No! Fujisaki! A body has been discovered, everybody! We got a corpse here! We'll be holding a class trial pretty soon, so make good use of the time you got. What was that? Right, you were unconscious when it happened last time. That was a corpse discovery announcement. When 3 or more people find a dead body, the announcement is triggered to alert the others. Apparently, it's his way of ensuring everyone has a fair chance at finding the killer. A fair chance at finding the culprit? A corpse discovery announcement? Does that mean Fujisaki is... Yes, she's dead. I think you would have gathered that from the fact that she's been crucified, Ishimaru. Before you start howling, how about you go find the others? It looks like another round is about to begin. Another round of this life and death game of Clue. Man, Clue, probably one of the most exciting board games ever. Ishimaru flew out of the changing room. I don't think it took very long for him to find everyone and bring them back. But my sense of time was all out of whack. In any case, the next thing I noticed was the unrestrained fear, anger, and confusion on their faces, as they stood around Fujisaki's body, bolted to the floor like so many pillars. Curses! I could not protect her. Yet another soldier has fallen victim! And so it begins again. Whoa! What the hell is this? It's a crucifixion, I think it's, yeah, Owada. A dream! 'Tis a dream! 'Tis all but a dream! I have yet to break free of the womb! I have no recollection of my birth! How obnoxious. Okay, so I guess that means we're gonna go around questioning everybody. We'll get to, Kyoko last. Let's fucking talk to... Well, actually, no, never mind. I think this is the crime scene investigation portion. We aren't actually gonna be talking to anybody, so... Okay, let's look over the pink blood, or... Oh, no, never mind. It's not blood. I forgot it was paint. There's something I want to look at before I examine the dumbbell. Oh, okay, well, the most obvious thing, I guess. Hold on. That wall comes first. What? I mentioned this once already. There's writing on the wall. Literally. Writing on the wall. Yeah, oh, okay. Well, they want us to examine bloodbath fever, then. The phrase bloodbath fever is written on the wall in blood. It's not a dying message, but it is extremely strange. I feel like I've heard this before somewhere. Bloodbath fever written in blood. A villainous homicidal maniac with a brutally demented modus operandi. He always leaves a message written in the victim's blood, bloodbath fever. He chooses his victims at random and without warning. Even the police can't find a pattern. The internet has dubbed the suspect of these serial murder cases Genocider Show, dude! Genocider Show, the homicidal maniac who has the public in a fury. His MO is brutal and demented. There are no words to describe how maniacal and perverse he is. So, someone mimicked Genocider Show's murders? But why? Either that, or this is the work of the real Genocider Show. God, Genocider Show. The real thing? You mean one of us is Genocider Show? No way! I'm more in awe of how many loose screws one would need to come up with a phrase like bloodbath fever. Indeed, there's nothing more problematic than a mentally unstable killer. Hey! What now? It's Fukawa! Asahina raised her arm to point at the changing room door. I thought she was gonna scream. Well, whatever. And there stood Fukawa, having arrived after everyone else. Okay, then. No! Why? 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 Thud. She collapsed, dude! And I did not like the sound she made when she did. Fukawa! Asahina rushed over to Fukawa's fallen body and began shaking her shoulders. Are you okay, Fukawa? Hang in there. I do seem to recall her mentioning the fact that the sight of blood causes her to pass out. Hemophobia. She must not be able to watch horror movies. Isn't this, like, kind of a problem, dudes? Sleeping outside your room is against the rules, ain't it? She should be safe. The rules only prohibit deliberate use of any other room to sleep. Well, passing out ain't deliberate, so I'd say we're A-okay here. Fukawa! Can you hear me? Hey, is anybody in there? Almost as if in response to her words. Fukawa jumped to her feet. She jumped to her feet. Oh no. But the strange absurdity of her motion knocked me speechless. She leapt straight up while still lying down, changed her orientation in the air, and landed on her feet. Her movements were ridiculous and unnatural, like they paid no heed to human anatomy. Huh? What? Sorry. I was so surprised, I blacked out. That happens, you know, or is it just me? Fukawa? Are you alright? Totally fine. Totally fine. Hey, it's a body! Look, it's dead! Yeah, she hit her head pretty bad, dude. The world is made up of fronts and backs. 9 fronts and 9 backs. 9, like, truths and lies. You're kind of scaring me, and you're not talking like usual either. Don't worry about it. Actually, I'd call it a stroke of good luck. That I don't have that accursed stutter anymore. Ah, I figured it out. You are not okay. Your eyes are strangely vacant. Yeah, that's all that's wrong, obviously. It would probably be best to escort her to her room. I'll do it, but would someone give me a hand? Did someone ask for a hand? What do you say, Ishimaru? What? I've been ignored! Alright then, you take care of her, and the rest of us will get started on the investigation. Does anyone have a problem with Ogami and Iwata handling security like last time? Hold on, wait. First off, investigation? This wasn't the work of the puppet master. The last one should have made that perfectly clear. Chihiro Fujisaki was unquestionably murdered by one of us. Isn't that right, Monokuma? Bingo! But there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly normal. I mean, those are the rules for graduation. Then it happened again? You're saying it happened again? That one of us killed one of our friends? Oh, you getting scared again? Damn, man, you got some tiny ass balls in here. Holy shit. Shots fired. Is that tiny too? Is that tiny too? Should we compare? Oh god. Well, you don't even have one. Fuck off. Not that I actually have one. Exactly. Fuck you, Monokuma. You don't have no room to talk. Enough fooling around. You came to give us something, didn't you? I most certainly did. You should be getting used to this by now. I've got copies of the Monokuma file too for everyone. Alrighty then. Catch you cats later. Best of luck with your investigation. Investigation? You mean we have to go through that again? The class trial. We have to examine our friend's body. Oh, right, and that. I totally forgot about that. We have to suspect one another. I can't do that. I can't handle going through that again. I'm with Hina. I don't want to do it. I'm out of here. And where would you go? You cannot escape from this. How about you get the hell over it already? Blood is just liquid, and a dead body is nothing but an object. Well, aren't you just Mr. Gung-Ho? And why the hell wouldn't I be? I'm dead if I don't figure out who killed her. Well, yeah, you're right, but I need time to... What? Do you want to die? Then do it, and do it quick. You're wasting precious oxygen. You oxygen thief. You just call that body an object? That kid, Fujisaki, is not a fucking object, and I will not let you get away with your disrespect. Don't jump down each other's throats. Togami isn't necessarily innocent. Kirigiri. Our lives are in danger if we don't solve the murder and find who killed Fujisaki. And if Togami's theory is correct, and Genocider Sho really is the culprit, we could have more bodies on our hands if we don't do something. Not just more bodies, we could potentially all become victims. Oh, fear not, fear not. For our academic coliseum, a single victim is allowed to kill a maximum of 2 people. Uh-huh. Was that in the rules? As of right now, it sure is. If one person went around killing a bunch of people, you guys wouldn't get to enjoy life here very long. The school rules have been modified. Yay. You can verify the changes with your lecture ID. Well, don't really have to, since Monokuma can just change whatever, pretty much everything whenever he feels like it. Then why not set the limit to 1? Cause, as far as mystery stories go, serial killer on the loose in the academy has a nice ring to it. Yo-ho-ho! One victim does not a serial killing make. Farewell for real this time. I'll be seeing you again soon for the class trial. I don't much understand his logic, but if 2 is the limit, then that means, at most, one of us could fall victim to the killer. Or one more of us, excuse me. What a shame that would be. We'd best find the culprit before that happens, then. Yeah, you sound real concerned about that, Togami. You shut your fucking trap! Anyway, me and Ishimaru are going to escort Fukawa to her room. Getting escorted? Okay. What? We should get started on the investigation, too. We don't have time to waste dilly-dallying. If we cannot ascertain who murdered Chihiro Fujisaki, the rest of us will be executed in their place. Ooh, ominous. She's right. I hate this. I don't want to do it, but if I want to stay alive, if I want to make it through this with everyone, I have no choice. And it's time to investigate. First, I should see what the Monokuma file has to say. Victim, Chihiro Fujisaki. Time of death, approximately 2 a.m. The corpse was discovered in the women's changing room on the second floor of the school zone. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Death occurred instantaneously. That's all the information he's giving us. Complaining isn't going to get me anywhere, though. Whether I like it or not, I've got to do this. Loaded the Monokuma file 2 into your Electro ID. You can find it in the ammunition menu. Ooh. Hey, Naegi, do you have a second? Huh? You need me for something? Of course. How dull would your life be if you were never needed? Okay. What can I do for you? Help me with my investigation. Huh? I'm enlisting your aid. The aid of the man who solved Saika Meisno's murder. Solved? It was just... I chose you because you are someone I can make good use of. You will help me with my investigation. He's pressuring me pretty hard for what I thought was supposed to be a request. Let's begin. Hold on. Shut up and get to it. We don't have time to screw around. I'm not entirely sure what just happened, but it looks like Ogami and I are working together or something. Well, not really. I'm the one doing most of the work here. Hey, I'm the one checking the body and everything. All the life has been drained from her body. Really now? And all that's left is her corpse. Fujisaki's corpse. The more I look at it, the more bizarre it seems. So this is Genocide Show's work. But we haven't concluded that Genocide Show is responsible. Is that what you're trying to say? Then you're obviously wrong. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Ha! Oh, okay then. Well, let's look at the paint that they spilled on the ground. There's a fresh-looking blood stain on the carpet. Nope, stain paint. This must have happened during the murder. Oh, wow, that's some great insight there, Naegi. Thank you for that. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and there's blood on it. There's blood on this dumbbell. The Monokuma file says her cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, which would make this dumbbell the murder weapon? That's the only reasonable conclusion. Okay, well that did something. Loaded dumbbell into your Electro ID. You can find it in the ammunition menu. Okay, well, oh, the poster. I haven't seen the poster yet. Let's look at them titties. There's blood splatter on the poster. It must have happened when the killer attacked Fujisaki. Okay, well what the fuck? Okay, well, we've already examined the body. We've already examined these words. Yeah, we knew that. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay, well, let's try. What does Byakuya have to say? More investigating, less chatting. Okay, asshole. Well, let's talk to Sai. Not Sai, it's Sakura. I can hardly believe Fujisaki was murdered in this very changing room. I was here just yesterday. I do wonder why she was killed in a changing room of all places. Actually, no. It's possible she was killed somewhere else and brought here after the fact. Indeed. She is rather light. It would not be difficult to move her body after killing her. However, I believe she brought herself here on her own 2 feet. What makes you think that? The past few days, she frequently spoke of wanting to strengthen her body. So you think Fujisaki came here to work out? But the Monokuma file says she was killed at approximately 2 a.m. Would she really be working out that late? She was likely trying to avoid running into Asahina or myself. We often work out here during the day. She was avoiding you? Both Asahina and I invited her to work out with us on numerous occasions, but she always refused. I can only assume she was avoiding us. So she came here to work out by herself in the middle of the night? I find it hard to believe she was alone. She wanted to start working out, but she said she was unable to do so by herself. She said she wanted someone to assist her. So you're saying Fujisaki came to the changing room to work out in secret in the middle of the night, and she didn't come alone? It is a possibility. And we got Ogami's testimony. Okay, so we actually get something from talking to these people. Good. What about you, Iwata? That kid had one hell of a complex about being weak. You heard, didn't you? Always saying, I've got to get stronger. I do remember her saying that, yeah. Kid was trying to build some muscle, get stronger, and then this. Though, was there really any need for her to get stronger in the first place? You said it yourself, there's nothing wrong with girls being weak. Beats me. I don't know everything that was going through that kid's head. I'm kind of curious where the source of Fujisaki's complex lies. And we got Iwata's testimony. Okay, so that's pretty much everything, I think. Alright, let's get moving. Huh? Already? We're not going to learn anything by staying put. We need to examine this case from many different angles. I get that, but if you understand, then start moving. He's more than a little pushy, huh? It's like he thinks he has me on a leash. Well, he does kind of have a point. We do have to investigate other parts of this building. Alright, we'll investigate here next. Huh? Does this room have anything to do with the murder? Use your head. Where's the fun in relying on others for everything? Okay, well, let's go into the men's room. What fun. You dimwits, the crime didn't even take place there. Well, how do you know that? Okay, I guess we can... Should we... What? What? Fuck you! Don't tell me what to do. I'll leave if I want to, bitch. Okay, well, talk to Byakuya again? Figure out places to look on your own. Well, that's what I was trying to do, asshole! Fujisaki was killed by definitely not this. She'd been full of holes if she had been. Well. You never know. Okay, well, let's look at that. I guess, the Electro ID reader. As I recall, you need to use your Electro ID on this card reader to open the door, don't you? Is there something you're not sure about? Then why don't you ask Monokuma directly? As soon as the words left his mouth, Ogami clapped his hands twice. How may I be of service? Has Ogami tamed Monokuma? It seems Naegi has a question for you. Sure, sup? About these card readers. The card readers only respond to you guys' Electro IDs. But watch out, you can only enter the changing room that corresponds with the Electro ID's owner's gender. You also said it was impossible for two people to enter together, did you not? Any sexual terrorists attempting to do so will find themselves with far more orifices than they can fill, courtesy of Mr. Gatling Gun up there. No mercy for perverts. It's also against the rules to lend your Electro ID to someone else, isn't it? Ja, oi, si. If that's the case, then only girls can enter the women's changing room, and only guys can enter the men's. Which is to say, since we found Fujisaki's body in the women's changing room... Oy vey, I can see right through you, Naegi. You can see through me. This is what you were thinking, isn't it? Since the corpses were discovered in the women's changing room, the culprit had to have gone inside. In other words, one of the girls killed her. But you're just reaching for the low-hanging fruit. Is that wrong? Take a good close look at the school rules. This is what they say. You are forbidden from lending your Electro ID to anyone. The rules prohibit the act of lending, but not of borrowing. Yo! I'd expect no less from a child of the Ogami group. You found a loophole in the rule. This is you we're talking about. I'm sure you left the loophole on purpose to make things more interesting. Oof! You didn't even break a sweat. You're kicking all sorts of ass today. Here's a freebie. Not only can the dead not defend themselves, they don't even count as people. If you catch my drift. Hold on. You said there was a loophole. But doesn't, borrowing someone's Electro ID also count as them lending it to you? Yawn. You're making me sleepy. Take a cue from Togami over here and put a little punch into your words. As punishment, I'm giving you the cold shoulder. Q&A is over. Think for yourself. I suppose I have no choice, my slightly disappointing partner in crime. I suppose I'll explain in his stead. Come on, we're going to the entrance hall. The entrance hall? You'll see when we get there. Loaded card reader into your Electro ID. We have more truth bullets. Well, here we are. What is it you wanted me to see here, Togami? I guess I'm on my own. Yep, Togami's not talking to us. Again. So then I guess we have to examine... What about this? There's a letterbox here. Maybe something's inside. Are those Electro IDs? Not just one, but 3. Why here of all places? Sounds like you found them. What? You knew these were here? I just recently happened upon them myself. It seems Electro IDs are returned to this letterbox when their owners die. So you're saying these Electro IDs belong to Inoshima, Kawada, and Mizuno? You have eyes. Use them. Okay, douchebag. Fuck. If I were ever to meet somebody like this in real life, I would just be so tempted to punch him in the face. I grabbed one of the Electro IDs and tried turning it on. Psych Mizuno, deceased. You're right. This is Mizuno's Electro ID. Now do you understand what we meant when we were talking about the loophole in the rule? Yeah, I think so. Take a good close look at the school rules. This is what they say. You are forbidden from lending your Electro ID to anyone. The rules prohibit the act of lending, but not of borrowing. Takes a sip of his tea. So this is what he was talking about. Loaded Electro IDs into your Electro ID. Loaded Electro IDs into your Electro ID. Electro IDception. What happened? Is something wrong? That's strange. One of these Electro IDs won't boot up. You mean it's broken? Whose is it? The other Electro ID says it belongs to Junko and Inoshima. So that means the broken one is Kawada's? In that case, I'm not surprised. With how many baseballs it had slammed into it. Slammed with baseballs? The memory of that moment came rushing back. Of that hard execution that took his life. Of that tasteless production the puppet master made. Of the end of a human being's life. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either if it broke after that. Whoa, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! What's your problem? Your Electro ID is a key item integral to your life here in the Academy. So don't go thinking smacking it around with a few balls or anything is gonna break it. But it actually... I said it won't, so it won't! It can easily withstand having a 10-ton anvil dropped on it, and 100 meters below sea level is cake. Doesn't matter how many baseballs you throw at it, it's not gonna break. No way, Jose! However, even the almighty Electro ID has one weakness. Weakness? That's classified. Can't have you going around breaking yours because I blurted it out. So Kawata unwittingly stumbled upon this weakness and broke his Electro ID. Who knows? If you ask me, I don't think his Electro ID is broken. Who knows, though? And then Monokuma disappeared, leaving us to ponder the meaning of his extremely suggestive commentary. What was that all about? Monokuma says Kawato's Electro ID isn't broken, but we have it right here, and it won't start up. It's not all that important. At the very least, it doesn't have anything to do with the murder. Well, how do you know? Fucking smartass. Is it really irrelevant? Something tells me that might not be the case. Loaded broken Electro ID into your Electro ID. Now we have broken Electro IDs into our Electro IDs. God damn it. Well, that should do it for the preliminary work. I'd say it's time we started doing some real investigation, ripping the mask off this psychopath. You mean, whoever killed Fujisaki? Not exactly. What? Not exactly? The fuck are you talking about? Okay. So is there something else in here we need to observe? Or talk to douchebag? Captain fucking douchebag over here again? What do you mean, not exactly, Togami? Well, yes, I do want to find the culprits. To be more precise, what I really want to do is uncover Genocide Show's true identity. So, you really think Genocide Show killed Fujisaki? Of course I do. There's no doubt in my mind the culprit is Genocider Sho. Genocider Sho is that homicidal maniac, right? Who else would it be? He's a villainously brutal and demented serial killer. He chooses his victims at random and without warning. The police can't find a pattern. The internet has dubbed the suspect of these serial murder cases Genocider Sho. The idea that his victims number in the thousands is obviously just an urban legend. But still, you're saying that one of us is that psychopathic killer. Precisely. But that's insane. I have undeniable proof, and I'm going to show that to you. Okay. Show me the fucking proof then, asshole. I already went through this bullshit. What proof? Oh wait, I didn't do the react. I hate when that happens. I can say with certainty that Genocider Sho is somewhere in this building. Okay, well where the fuck is he? With certainty. Really? When we're done here, I'm going to take you somewhere and show you proof that it was Genocider Sho who killed Chihiro Fujisaki. Proof? Does he actually have proof? Hey, guys! There's trouble. Help! We're busy. Get out of here. It's an emergency! An emergency! Help, please! Okay. Where's the fire? It's an emergency! An emergency! Help, please help! I already heard you say that! Fuck. Asahina, relax. But it's an emergency! Okay, what's the emergency? What's the emergency? Thank you, Makoto. Fukawa's in trouble. She's acting funny. She always acts funny. Actually, she's been acting funny. Exactly. What do you want to do, Tagami? Soko Fukawa, huh? I am a little concerned about her. Let's go see how she's doing. Are you sure? Don't make me repeat myself. I have to say, I didn't expect that. I totally thought he'd blow her off. Come on, hurry, hurry! Hold on, Asahina. It looks like she was heading for the dorms, probably Fukawa's bedroom. Got it. To the dorms! Oh, we're already there. Okay. Fukawa's bedroom. Oh, are we like right in front? Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm being stupid. Asahina said Fukawa has some sort of emergency. Oh. But that's why I fucking knocked it. God damn it, that's why I hit the door. Or fucking hit X on the door. What the fuck? Sheesh, you guys are such slowpokes. You're just too fast. So, what's the problem? After what happened in the changing room, me and Ishimaru brought Fukawa to her room to rest. A little while later, I thought I'd check up on her. But she was acting kind of strange. She absolutely refused to leave her room, and she was mumbling all sorts of weird things. What do you mean weird? Why don't you try talking to her yourself? Alright. Oh, this is gonna go over real well. I guess I'll just try the bell. Ding dong. The door slid open without a sound. Oh god. Doing okay there. you're vibrating a little bit. Whoa. The negative aura that spilled through the crack in the door almost knocked me off my feet. What? Well, Asahina was worried about you, because you locked yourself in here. Leave me alone. Would you at least open the door for me? I won't let her run free. Huh? I will not let Genocider Sho run free. She slammed the door in my face. What? She was like that when I came by earlier, too. I'll banish that accursed homicidal maniac. I have no idea what she's going on about. But I was scared to just leave her like that, so I tried forcing the door open. But it looks like she's barricaded the door, and I couldn't get it open any farther. Fukawa is so frightened she's barricaded herself in her room. Does she have the same idea as Ogami? It was the serial killer Genocider Sho who murdered Fujisaki? Is that why she's so scared? I'm really worried about her. I wonder if there's anyone who can talk her out of there. Yep, and there's only one person we know who will be able to do that. Hey, Ogami, would you mind giving it a shot? See if maybe you can convince her to leave her room. I suppose. Huh? You'll try talking to her, Ogami? I'm surprised. You actually can be nice sometimes. Not really. Only whenever it serves himself, pretty much. Without a word, Ogami approached the door and placed his finger on the intercom. A few moments later. Leave me alone! For God's sake! Togami! It's Togami. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But you don't need to worry. I won't let her run free. I won't let Genocider Show run free anymore. And then she closed the door. Okay then. Well, that was a waste of time. Even Togami couldn't do it. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's go back to the investigation. Hold on a second. What did Fukawa mean by our promise? Promise? How the hell if I know? Probably just another one of her delusions. But... I said I don't know. Let Asahina deal with Fukawa. Yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her. Let's go. Without even waiting for a response, Togami started walking away. Togami! I frantically pursued him. No matter how many times I tried calling to him along the way, he didn't so much as look back at me, let alone respond. He simply marched forward, not stopping until he reached his destination. The library! The library? What are you waiting for? Go inside. Okay, Togami, you want to tell us why we're here? Hey, is there really proof here that Genocider Show is responsible for Fujisaki's murder? Don't make me repeat myself. Okay. Asshole. So I guess we're gonna go in the forbidden room that we weren't able to enter before, because that's the only possible place we'd find information about her. As I recall, this door leads to the archives, right? Go on in. So the proof is in here? You'll see. I don't know if we want to see, but I guess we'll find out. Holy, there's a lot of documents, and this place takes Dusty to a whole new level. I believe you'll find there's enough valuable information in this room to warrant putting up with the dust. Well, let's look at that valuable information. The shelf is full of notebooks and folders. I wonder what's in them. Those files are dangerous. Dangerous? That shelf contains detailed data on the people who run the world. It's info civilians should never know. You mean like about members of the Diet? I mean the people controlling them. The true ruling class. Obviously, it's the Illuminati. The fucking conspiracy theorists' crazy theories have been confirmed. They were right this whole time. Obama is actually an alien. If you don't mind being erased, go ahead, take a look. You'll find a lot of surprising names in there. And then the men in black come in and use the memory erasers. You're joking, right? Care to find out? Just to be safe, I'll abstain. Kodo doesn't want to know the truth. The truth about the government. The bookshelf is packed tight with thick files. Where's the porno mags? Allow me to give you a word of warning before you decide whether or not to look at those. That shelf contains hundreds, if not thousands, of case files, crime scene photos and all. Including some that a normal person wouldn't be able to handle seeing. Just a warning. What do you mean, unable to handle? Every single one of those are cold case files. Internal confidential police documents that would, under normal circumstances, never see the light of day. Huh? Okay. I already looked at some of these books. No. Try this shelf? This shelf is packed to the edge with files. I reached out and picked one at random. A fine choice. Huh? That's a copy of a case file from a certain country's national archives concerning the assassination of one of their presidents. They're planning at long last to unveil it 30 years from now. Just don't come running to me when you become a target for learning that information early. I got it. It's the JFK assassination, obviously. I silently returned the file to its place on the shelf. It was aliens! I knew it! Okay, let's look in one of these. Try the boxes? The bookshelf is packed tight with... damn it! Trying to look in the box. I know that. Tell me this, Byakuya. Okay, is there anything that I have not seen? Oh, what about this? There's like a stack of stuff. It's an empty wooden box. From the markings of the dust, I'd guess... From the markings in the dust, I'd guess there used to be something in here. Do you know what used to be in this box? There was an extension cord in there. I brought it to the library. An extension cord? Huh. Okay. Believe it or not, guys, that's actually going to be useful information. We already... God damn it, Byakuya. Hey, I recognize this desk lamp. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. The desk lamp? We had to observe the fucking lamp. It's just like the one Ogami was using in the other room. It's a lamp. What of it? There was another one of those here that I brought into the library proper. The lighting is dismal in there, so it's necessary to read. So, have you come to appreciate how extraordinary these archives are? This room is the reason I was so interested in the library. Confidential police and government documents, things that would never be available publicly, fill the room. It's glorious. You weren't joking. You have this terrible habit of deciding things must be false if they don't fit your view of reality. And you have this terrible habit of being an arrogant asshole. I have no idea how you can even expect me to believe all this is real. And anyway, who could have collected all this, and how could they have done it? Either Kibugamine Academy is just that influential, or the puppet master just didn't want me getting bored. Probably both, actually. Uh-huh. I can't do it. I can't keep up with him. This is just too outrageous. What? Do you still not believe me? I'd like to know how you can. Any normal person couldn't. What is normal? Normal, average, simple, they do not exist. If you can't comprehend that, you can't possibly understand the fundamental precepts of this world. My ears are starting to hurt. You're also basing your comment on what you consider common sense. Don't apply your pedestrian common sense to someone in my position. The documents here are, without question, legitimate. Having seen them before, I can attest to that. Wait, you said you've seen these before? But these are all highly classified documents, aren't they? Then why? My house has a reading room in it much like these archives, though it's not nearly as small and dusty. What? Members of the Ogami family have full unrestricted access to government data. And not just domestically either. Why? How? Do you remember what I said earlier about the true ruling class? The Ogami family is a part of that. Noble blood flows through my veins, blood that will, one day, have me sitting at the top of the world. As one of the rulers, it is necessary for me, too, to have a vast wealth of knowledge about the world. So, whenever I had the time, I would read whatever documents or records interested me. And that is why I can say with absolute certainty that the files here are unquestionably real. This is no longer a question of whether I believe or not. I'm starting to think Ogami is infinitely more terrifying than the Puppet Master. The things that interested me the most were the police files for unsolved crimes. Ever since I was young, one of my hobbies has been looking at unsolved case files. It was a great way to work my mind, and I solved more than a few cases while I was at it. Lately, there's been one case I've had a particular fascination with. I wonder what that could be. The Genocide Show serial killings. As he spoke, Ogami pulled a single file from one of the shelves. This is that file. Every report filed on the Genocide Show case is right here. Because there's so much of it, I'll just give you a summary of the most important information. To start off, there are two unique characteristics of the Genocide Show murders. First, Genocide Show always writes bloodbath fever in the victim's blood somewhere at the crime scene. And second, Genocide Show's victims are all crucified. The phrase bloodbath fever in the victim's blood and the crucifixion. That's just like what happened to Fujisaki. Hold on to your surprise, the interesting part has yet to come. The second characteristic, that he crucifies his victims, is only known to those at the very highest levels of law enforcement. The media hasn't been given that information. What? What I'm saying is, his bloody calling card is public knowledge, and anyone could find out about it. But only the upper echelon of the police and Genocide Show himself know about the crucifixions. Now, back to Fujisaki's body. She was, as I recall, propped up as if she had been crucified. So the question becomes, how did the killer know that particular detail of Genocide Show's MO? And that's where the problem lies. But there's an easy answer. The culprit was not a copycat, but Genocide Show himself. This is my proof that someone here is actually Genocide Show. Then, it's true? Someone here is a demented serial killer? This case has gotten rather interesting, hasn't it? Who would have expected that we had an infamous homicidal maniac participating in this game? I suggest you look over this file yourself, Naegi. I'm sure you'll find plenty of useful information in it. If you come back begging and crying, I'll consider showing it to you. I guess we have to come back begging and crying then. Hey, Togami, do you mind if I take a look at that? The, Genocide Show case file. You are neither begging nor crying, but I suppose I can let you off easy. Yeah, because if we didn't fucking help you out, you'd pretty much be nowhere in this case. Byakuya just doesn't want to admit that he's probably going to... He's probably useless without us. You can look at it as much as you want here, but you cannot take it out of this room. Oh my god. The Genocide Show serial murders. With my nerves on high alert, I took the file from Togami and began flipping through it. My hand stopped when it came to a page containing a series of crime scene photos. Oh my god. Look at that one guy's face on the right. Oh, I got murdered. Somebody crucified me. Names and pictures of Genocide Show's victims filled page after page. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Gaku Shoji, 23. Issei Kano, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Well, at least they really vary in age. Nataru Komatsu. Takafumi Guano. I know I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. Yoji Onda. Yosumi Suji. Naohisha Uchida. Masumune Takashi, and on and on. At the very least, I've learned that every single one of his numerous victims are killed and crucified in exactly the same manner. In addition, he always leaves the message bloodbath fever in the victim's blood at the scene. Take a look at the next page. I'm sure you'll find what's written there very interesting. The next page? Suspect profile? Murders either occur late night on weekdays or during the afternoon or evening on weekdays. Weekends, I mean. They most frequently occur in the early afternoon on weekends. Based on the above information, we believe that the suspect is, with a high degree of probability, a student. Additionally, we have evidence showing the suspect remains at the scene for extended periods of time, and then flees from the scene in a panic, as there have been no reported sightings of the suspect. It appears he exhibits this peculiar behavior irrespective of any external influences. Based on this apparently illogical and inconsistent behavior, we hypothesize the suspect has a severe case of dissociative identity disorder. Now, when I first heard this, I was like, okay, it's pretty obvious who this is. But then again, there are a lot of like mystery games, novels, etc. that want you to think one thing, but they're really... The real suspect is someone who you would basically least expect. So that's always how I tend to look at these. In short, they're saying it's possible Genocide Show is someone who has multiple personalities. Now, who do we know who's like that? Multiple personalities, like the sort of thing you see on TV? And once again, things have started losing touch with reality. But everything else I've heard leading up to this has been far, far more unbelievable. Does the fact that this doesn't seem quite so strange mean I'm becoming desensitized to this absurdity? And we loaded the Genocide Show case file. Alright then, let's get going. Huh? Get going? Going where? Out of here. We don't have any more business here. Hey, hold on a second. Togami! And yet again, I found myself chasing Togami as he walked off without me. Okay, well, I'm done with you now. I have other business to attend to before the class trial. Huh? Already? Oy vey! You thought we'd be together forever. Spare me the imposing misunderstandings, would you? The rest of your investigation is on your shoulders. See you at the trial. And with that, he disappeared from my sight. He recruited me out of the blue, and then he fired me just as suddenly. Part of me feels like I just got dragged around by the collar. Well, because he pretty much did. But there's no denying that, thanks to him, I gained a lot of valuable information. Genocide Show, the villainous serial murderer responsible for Fujisaki's death, is apparently one of us. Somehow, I've got to figure out who that is. And to do that, there are a few places I need to go. First is the scene of the crime, the women's changing room. I should also check out the men's changing room. Next, some of the others might have information I don't. So I should try talking to them too. Well, back to the crime scene then. To the pool! Fuck yeah! Spring break, dude! Let's kill some people. Hi, Fumi. Why are you just standing there like that? Dun 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 dun! Yamada has acquired evidence pointing to the culprit. Yo! Yamada levels up. Yamada gains 42 intellect, I guess. Evidence pointing to the culprit. What did you find? I can't say just yet. All I can say is this evidence will, beyond a shadow of a doubt, vanquish the murderer. Does he really have something that conclusive? Ah, yes. In addition, Master Celestia Ludenberg is claiming to have witnessed something. She witnessed something. What did she see? She would not share. Perhaps this is a grade school case of teasing one's love interest. What say you? Where did you say Celeste was? I seem to recall she may or may not have been in the dormitory storeroom. So, which is it? Ah, well, we'll talk with Goth Girl later. Let's go to the women's changing room first and see what there is to see. You have not really seen everything. Oh, maybe... Well, we always know that Kyoko has new information. Hey, Kirigiri, how's your investigation coming along? I'm about done. But I should get going. I have other things I need to be doing. Oh, well, thanks. Other things? You mean aside from the investigation? Like what? Never mind that. You should just focus on solving this murder. But... I'll tell you one thing before I go. Thoroughly examine Fujisaki's corpse. Also, Fujisaki's Electro ID has gone missing. You should probably find out where it went. That's all I have for you. Good luck. True to her word, Kirigiri walked off, leaving the changing room behind. Examine her body, huh? And her Electro ID has gone missing too? That is curious. And we got Fujisaki's Electro ID. Alright, let's examine her corpse more closely. That's totally not creepy at all. Kirigiri said I should thoroughly examine the body. Of course, there's a limit to how much I can do. But I'll do what I can. Let's see. For starters, both of Fujisaki's hands are bound with what looks like rope or something. It looks like the rope's being used to prop her up, to make it look like a crucifixion. Hold on a second. That's not rope! There's a plug. That means this isn't a rope. But that's not everything. Fujisaki's cause of death was the blow to her head. In other words, she was struck and killed. Taking the crucifixion and cause of death into account, when I first saw her body, it didn't really jump out at me, but having seen Genocide Show's case file, something doesn't seem quite right. But what exactly? And we got Fujisaki's corpse. Anyway, the lead I've got is the rope used to hang Fujisaki's body. which means I need to go back there and do some additional investigation. And while I'm there, I'd like to take another look at the Genocider Show case file. Again? Okay. Well, I think that's all we really need to see here. Oh, well, I guess not. Whatever. Fuck you, game. There's a substantial bloodstain on this dumbbell. Yeah, we knew that. We knew that was the murder weapon. Maybe the blood? Or the paint? Okay, no. Sakura? Okay, I don't... No. Okay, you're just angry. We don't need to talk to you about this. At first glance, the blood on the poster is what catches your eye. But looking closer, this is a poster of a busty supermodel. This kind of feels out of place here in the women's changing room. Okay, I think that should be everything. There we go. Okay. Now let's go to the men's changing room because there should be something in there. Hopefully. And good thing I actually remember what we need to examine here, because otherwise we'd be here forever. Hey, this is a poster of the boy band Tornado. Tornado. They're really popular with teenage girls. They look like a bunch of faggots. So it kind of feels out of place here in the men's changing room. Wait. The poster is in the other room. Yeah, something's not right here. A poster of a famous boy band in the men's changing room. And a poster of a busty supermodel in the women's changing room. Could someone have switched the posters? If so, who? And for what reason? I should see if someone who spent a lot of time in one of the changing rooms knows something. And we got the changing room posters. Okay, someone who spent a lot of time in the changing room. And we can't leave here yet. What did we not examine? Oh, wait. I see. There's a mysterious stain on the carpet. Someone took a shit on the carpet. What could have caused this? We got the stained carpet. Okay, well, that should be everything. There's really nothing else in here. Okay, who spent... I know that Asean and Sakura spent a lot of time in the changing room. So I guess we should talk to Sakura? Maybe Sakura knows something, I guess? Hey, Ogami, you spend a lot of time working out here, don't you? I've come here nearly every day since it opened. Asean joins me on occasion as well. Alright then, there's something I'd like to ask about. Have the posters in the two changing rooms been switched? I apologize, but I do not recall. I have not paid much mind to the decorations. However, there is something that has been bothering me about this room. I always drink protein coffee after finishing my workout. There's protein here? I've been making do with the low-quality protein powder in the storeroom. But as I was saying, I make protein coffee to drink when I finish my workout. The other day, I spilled some on the carpet, staining it. You stained the carpet? But I don't see any coffee stains on the carpet in here. Indeed, I just noticed it as well. The stain has vanished. More than likely, someone cleaned it up. But even so, would you not say it is surprisingly clean, as though there were never a stain at all? And we got the missing stain. Maybe it has something to do with that one stain on the carpet in the other room. I don't know. Makoto. What do you think? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it does. I'm just, that's a huge hint right there, but I'm pretty sure Makoto is just fucking oh, well, obviously it's just a coincidence. He can be pretty stupid sometimes. And look at that cord. Does it look familiar? Not the dust, damn it. No, the fucking... Well, we got a Monokuma coin. Whatever. No, looking at the fucking lamp. Look at the lamp, I guess. I was trying to look at the cord. No, not the books. Fuck. Need to be more accurate with what I fucking click on or fucking hit X on. It's pretty much the same thing. It won't turn on. Oh, it's not plugged in. It looks like the cord is too short to reach the power outlet. But I seem to recall Ogami using this lamp from this position. Oh yeah, right, he had an extension cord then. But the extension cord isn't here anymore. I wonder if... And we got the desk lamp. Okay, now the only other thing left to do... Oh, there's still stuff to check. All right, I forgot. We're going to look at the Genocider show file again. Okay, where the hell did we find this fucking file? I think it was somewhere down here. No. No, that's the lamp. Okay, where the fuck is the... Where did we put the fucking file? I think I'll take another look at the Genocider Showcase file. Okay, so that's where it was. It was somewhere around here, wasn't it? Wait a sec. It's gone. Did someone take it? The only person who could have done that is Togami. Nobody else knew about it. Okay, well that's suspicious. Ogami, you got some splaining to do. And next we should go to the storeroom on the first floor. That's the last place I think we need to check. That's the gymnasium. Fuck. Dormitories. There we go. Wait, that's not the fucking dormitory. Okay, there it is. The kitchen and the store. Oh, wait. Oh, so we should actually go and talk to Asean. Okay, well maybe Asean might be able to provide something that we can use, some sort of information. Okay, yeah, there's the cafeteria. She's probably eating some more donuts. Why aren't you helping with the investigation, damn it? Asean, hey, how's Fukawa doing? Nothing's changed. She's still refusing to leave her room, going on about genocide or this, genocide or that. So I just left. You just left her in there? Things are so crazy around here. My head's spinning, so I thought I'd take a break and fill up. I'll go back once I'm done eating, though, so no worries. It's really hard to like Fukawa, but I can't help worrying about her. On an unrelated note, what are you eating? Donuts, duh! Was I supposed to know that? I'm willing to give God credit for inventing donuts in outer space, but that's about it. Is that so? I feel bad for her. I bet Fujisaki wishes she could have more donuts. It's too bad. I wish I could have gotten to know her better. Do you know if there's anyone Fujisaki was close to? She was kind of a weirdo. She wasn't really good friends with any of the girls. It was like, I guess, like she was distancing herself from us. Oh yeah, Ogami said something to that effect too. She said you two invited her to come work out together, but she kept turning you down. Yep, and it wasn't just the two of us either. She kept her distance from all the other girls. You think she was just shy? I don't know. She was pretty comfortable talking to the guys. Shy around her own gender, but cool with the other. Doesn't that seem kind of weird? Hey, wait, maybe she was one of those girls who like being fawned over by guys. Can't judge a book by its cover. Her? An attention seeker? I have a hard time believing that. And we got Asahine's testimony, so I guess that was all we needed to get from her. Let's steal some of her. Let's fucking just steal some of her donuts. Let's get that too. Why not? Okay, the storeroom was over here. I just missed it. Hey, what's up, Lolita goth chick? With impossible hairdo that could never work on a real girl. At least I can't imagine it working. Hey Celeste, what are you doing here? This storeroom is quite impressive. It has a wide array of daily necessities. From food to tracksuits to towels, really just about anything you could hope for. More importantly, have you found anything of interest relevant to the murder? I had a feeling you were going to ask that. I was attempting to distract you by talking about the storeroom, but it seems my efforts were in vain. So you do have something. Yes, and we can make it our little secret. Last night, I saw Fujisaki here, in the storeroom. You saw her? It happened just before our self-imposed curfew. Good job, game. That's not Makoto Naegi talking, by the way. God damn. I guess it's just a fucking translation error somebody left in here. Well, hello there. What are you doing here so late? You know. Are you planning to start exercising? Huh? How did you know? There's a sleeve sticking out of your sports bag. It looks like a blue tracksuit. You're right. Thanks. Well, I'm in a hurry, so see you later. She quickly stuffed the sleeve back into her bag, almost like she was trying to hide it. And then she left. I was under the impression she was planning to begin working out the next morning. But it seems in reality she ignored curfew and went straight there. Bad things happen to those who break the rules. And she paid the price. So I guess my suspicions were correct. Fujisaki went to the women's changing room to work out in secret, which is why she went after curfew. But wait. We never found the sports bag or the tracksuit Celeste said she saw her carrying. Does that mean the culprit disposed of them? And we got Celeste's testimony. That should be everything, and now it's time for you know what. Ahem. I'm getting kinda bored here, so let's get this show on the road, shall we? It's the event you've all been waiting for, the class trial. I've had enough of this wine I can't really drink. Right, please assemble in the usual location. Enter the red door on the first floor of the school zone. Poo-poo! See you soon! Here we go again. Another class trial is about to begin. On the other side of that red door. Okay, well, let's go somewhere else. Well, whatever. God damn it. We have to do this. Let's see, do we have every... Hey! We're short one! Fukawa still hasn't shown. Who's Fukawa? You don't remember? Just joshing. I'd never forget her. Besides, she's got a vital role to play in this class trial. I'm gonna go bring her down even if I have to do it by force. Back in a flash. True to his word, Monokuma returned with Fukawa in tow. Just a few minutes later. No! I said I don't want to. Why did you have to go and drag me here against my will? Your cruelty knows no bounds. Whew, that makes everyone. Now that we've got that taken care of, you guys hurry up and head on down to the courtroom. I'll go ahead and meet you there. Let's get going then. It's time to unmask Chihiro Fujisaki's murderer. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was kind, gentle, and frail. Not the kind of girl anyone could resent. And yet, someone killed her. One of you. And the person who did it is in this room. Somewhere in this room. Well, I guess we should go ahead and take the elevator. No point talking to someone. Let's see what Kyoko thinks. Let's go, shall we? Well, that was definitely worth my time. Okay, I guess we should go. We have no choice, do we? No, we don't. I nodded my head slightly in response, let out a long, heavy sigh, and then, on shaky legs, stepped into the elevator. My heart sped up with every step I took. Once everyone had boarded, the elevator began its descent, carrying with it the vortex of emotion and speculation that swirled around us. The elevator clunked, rattling my eardrums painfully as it sunk deeper and deeper into the earth. The farther down it carried us, the greater my anxiety grew. But still, the elevator continued to sink, farther and farther below the surface, until finally, it came to an abrupt stop. What do you think of the new decor? Pretty exciting, huh? Makes it feel like a totally different room, right? This place has different decorations every time we come in here. How about none of the above? Just hurry up and get this started. Oh, you've got spunk. I like that. Alright, let's get this party started, homie. Go find a seat with your name on it, you guys. And once again, the curtain rose on. A trial for life and a judgment for death. Deception in life and treachery in death. Betrayal for life and betrayal for death. The riddles of life and the mystery of death. Justification for life and radicalization of death. Faith in life and trust in death. And fucking bullshit riddles that Makoto Naegi pulled out of his ass. The class trial to live and the class trial to die.